Hi YouTube, Extreme Trains here. So in this video we're taking a look at what I understand at the moment is the currently final Takara Tomy release of the Push Along All Engines Go engines. It is Nia. Very interesting they've released Nia, but they haven't released Diesel or Kana, who are the other members of like the real core cast in All Engines Go. But either way, very curious to check this one out, and including how she stacks up to her Push Along counterpart. So what are you waiting for? Let's do it. At Nia's box, very similar to Percy's and Thomas's. If you haven't checked out those reviews, I encourage you to do so. I'm gonna open it up. Again, comes in a little plastic baggie. All right, we've got Nia out of her packaging. Let's do again the spin. And we can then take a look at what we are dealing with here. So let us look at those details. Again, a good Nia face. Definitely, I really like it. We'll do a comparison with the one that's the classic one at the back there in a moment. But on its own merits, I think it is very nice. Equally, you can see here, we've got the Westinghouse pump. Interestingly, not mounted to... Oh, is that what it's called? The pumpy thing. Anyway, whatever it's called. Someone in the comments is going to correct me. It's attached to her side tanks, which is kind of more accurate than to her face. And it's been painted yellow. You got the lamp up the top, which is a nice little touch. Again, buffer detailing as with the other engines. You've got those 3D release stripes. But again, you can see we've got the sticker detailing for the side as well as for the front of the cab. So we'll talk about that in a moment. You've got this little bit of detailing in here, which is nice. But it's that weird thing they've done where there's painted black on the side, but not on the front. But I'm looking at the picture of Nia on the box that they've used. And it also doesn't have it printed on the front either. So maybe it's accurate to have it printed only on the side. Not sure. Anyway, either way, we come around. You can see here we've got that detailing. You can see the buffers underneath. You can see her chassis is mounted quite far back, and it actually overhangs over the back there. And then we've got the buffers like that. Got that little bit of, is it a sticker? Yep, this is a sticker as well, which is unfortunate. You can see this one's been mounted a little bit crooked. You got the black here from the coal bunker. And that is what the bottom looks like. And again, we've got the 3 little wheels, which appear to be the same configuration as Thomas's. So now, if we bring in for a comparison the push-along engine, you really start to see the different design languages that have been going on here. Yeah, this is probably one where there's the most amount of difference, I think. Again, you can see the faces are quite different in the way they've been done. You know, probably the lips and the eyes being done this way, I think is slightly more accurate, maybe, but not really sure. Again, the way that the lamp has been handled is different. The way that this part here has been handled with the pistons is different on this one. Really different proportions in terms of the way this front part's been done. Very different way the coal load has been done. Yeah, she's quite different, and the benefit of this Nia being bigger means she can actually have that kind of spacing out. Obviously, it's not prototypically accurate to the show, but it does at least create the illusion of her front wheel. Then there's the pistons and her driving wheels here. So I think that was nice that they were able to include that in this version of the model, whereas you just lose all of that here just because of the size of the engine doesn't really allow it to be possible, although potentially they could have moved this wheel forward a bit more, don't know. Coming around to the back, again, quite different, quite a different design. And again, you can see, for example, and this is something which, if you look at the picture, you've got, again, the reference picture, you can see here that the cab should be the largest feature of Nia. So the tank should be recessed in, and so should the coal bunker. And that's a detail that's actually better captured on this version of Nia. So she's got you can see there that the cab actually extrudes out from the side, where this is all one big surface. So yeah, if you're talking about accuracy to the show, I actually think this one, it's pretty clear that this Nia is a better representation of what's in the show than this version here. Keen to hear your comments down in the below. And as I've talked about in the other videos, it's cheaper too. In Australia, this version of Nia is $5-6. This to import from Japan, $7.50, plus you've got to add the shipping, so probably more like $10. You know, you're getting something that's twice the size, arguably more accurate to the show. and doesn't have stickers. All this stuff is printed. If you put this in the bath or you play with it outside, you know, it's not going to start peeling off. You put this in the bath, you play with it outside, the details, and very important details, might I add, like all of the side detailing is going to start coming off. So yeah, I'm not a Nia hater by any means, but I'm definitely not loving this Tomica Nia as compared to the push along one. Keen to hear your thoughts obviously down below. When we put her in though, next to Thomas and Percy, I think she fits in quite well. Although I note that she is the same size as these engines, when in the show she is meant to be a little bit bigger. Again, I think that size comparison is captured much better when you have these, because, you know, she is not a lot bigger, but she's definitely just that little bit bigger, that creates that nice kind of contrast. And you just don't get that when you are looking at these three. They are all literally exactly the same size. So overall, I'm not as happy with Nia as the other two. I particularly think that there's a much stronger competition between the, you know, cheap quote-unquote toy version of her and this slightly more quote-unquote advanced version. But I'm happy to hear your comments down below, as always. That's all we've got time for in this review. This is Extreme Trains.